Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button if you are new here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expect, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all. Makes me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Oh Lord. What's up, y'all? Let me put them back on. Hey, happy Tuesday. Come on in. Oh my goodness, we almost got 100 people in the room already. Y'all come on in here, honey. We got some stuff to talk about today. Let me see here. Let me say hi to the people. Y'all know I got to say hi to the people. Child, I've been drinking my chlorophyll. Honey. All right, let me say hi to the people. And then we're going to get into some things, child. We got lots of stuff to talk about today. Okay? Got some church announcements and some more stuff to talk about. Okay. What's up, Italia? I'm early because my behind is always late. What, baby, you come on in. Hey, Auntie Eva, what's going on? Miss Jocelyn. Cross Country Cruiser, I did get your money for the rest of your raffle tickets. You are in the raffle. Okay? Cross Country Cruiser say, I'm going to win me something. Hey, Happy, can't wait to see you. Lock Queen, what's up, Steph? Sierra. Sweet Pea, what's going on, my love? Carmen, what's going on? Lovely Nola. Yes, Mardi Gras. Happy Mardi Gras to you down there. Candy Love, you're going to have to host us one year. Lovely Nola. Maybe me and you need to link up, and I need to try to look into maybe some Airbnbs or something. And you need to host us for one Mardi Gras, honey. I'm sure it ain't nothing like going to Mardi Gras with a local. It's a whole different feeling when you go with somebody that lives there. What's up, Candy Love? Magini. Gabby, what's going on? Hey, Lady Libra. Hey, boo. Miss Bay Thing. T Goody, what's up, boo? Cheryl. Hey, Marcus. Brandon. Universal. Goddess. Gossip in the Garden. Hey, DB, what's going on? KDK. Rosanda. What's going on? Emily B. Miss Cookie. Hey, Montrez. Yes. Makia. Virginia Sagittarius, Symmetry, and Crazy Homebody Girl. If I did not speak, charge it to my head and not my heart. Y'all come on in. What's up, Informed? How was this show? Listen, when I looked at the date for this show, all I saw was Sunday. I didn't realize that it was the Sunday before President's Day. If I had realized I was going to be off on Monday, I probably would have went to the show Sunday night. I just know that it's always late when them shows happen, and I be getting out of there late, child. I don't be getting home till like 11 o'clock, midnight. I'm talking about the T.S. Madison show for people who don't know what I'm talking about. And all I saw was that it was on a Sunday. Had I realized that it was Sunday, President's weekend, and I didn't have to go to work, I would have went. Thank you, boo. Thank you. You know, this is Juvia's place, honey. This is Juvia's place. This is Afrique, honey. This is Afrique. Yes. Okay, y'all. Come on in. You went. Oh, I didn't know. See, well, I started, like I said, if I had realized, because I've been on a Sunday night, I've been on a school night, baby, that's a struggle. Y'all know I'm old, okay? I'm old, okay? Baby, I looked at that thing, and because I always do the meet and greet, and you know I love me some Maddie, but one thing that's great about Maddie is that she talks to all of her fans. So her meet and greets go slow. Her meet and greets go really slow. And so by the time you go through the meet and greet, and then from, the Howard Theater to my house, and I always Uber. what I usually do is drive to my parents' house, park in my parents' house, and I Uber to the Howard Theater from my parents' house. So when I leave, then I got to Uber back to my parents' house and then drive home. Baby, it'll be a whole situation because it's too expensive for me to Uber from my house. That'd be a situation. By the time I pay the Uber there and Uber back, I'd be gonna spend like $100 in an Uber versus Ubering from my parents' house is like a 10-minute. It's like maybe like between $12 and $15 for me to Uber from my parents' house to the Howard Theater. So we talking about $30 versus $100. She said they may go to the Lincoln Theater. Now Lincoln Theater is a little bit closer. They could definitely fill the Lincoln Theater. And the thing I'm gonna like about the Lincoln Theater is that there are seats. Like assigned seat situation. You know what I mean? You don't have them seats that move. People be spilling their drinks on the floor and the floor be slippery. You know. No disrespect to the Howard Theater, but you know. So y'all come on in. I do have the link to vote. If you have not voted today, please vote for me. And for all of my friends for the Starlight Awards, you guys. And I do have the link for the Black History Month. I didn't pin either one, so they might be gone already. I'll drop them again. The Black History Month raffle. The tickets are $10 a ticket. They're virtual tickets, so fill out the form. I'll drop the link for the form again. Fill out the form. You can get 3 tickets for $20. You can get 10 tickets for $80, or they're $10 a piece. Okay? Yeah, I would love the Lincoln Theater. Definitely would love the Lincoln Theater. Because, let me see. I think the Lincoln Theater has parking, doesn't it? Am I thinking about is it the Lincoln Theater or the Warner? Child, one of them theaters got parking. What's up, Janelle? Hi, boo. You're sold on the 2027 cruise. Come on and join. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all wore Royal Caribbean out yesterday. I mean, up until 8 o'clock. They closed at 8 o'clock. Y'all wore Royal Caribbean out. Do you hear what I'm telling y'all? Do y'all hear what I'm telling y'all? Y'all wore Royal Caribbean out. Do you understand me? Baby, I said, I know Royal Caribbean is sick of us. But I ain't even mad about it. I'm looking forward. There's some new people that have booked. I'm not going to call nobody's names, but we have some people that went to Books and Bourbon. We have some new people that wanted to go on the last cruise and couldn't make it. And so they booked this cruise. Baby, yes. Yes, honey. We got some stuff. We got some stuff going on. I can't wait to see each and every one of y'all, the new people who I have not met. I cannot wait to meet you all. Hold on. Child. I can say this. When Royal Caribbean sent me the list this morning, actually they sent it at like 1 a.m. to let me know, I guess, who all had already booked. I'm gonna just let y'all know we already I'm gonna just say this. We already have 10 cabins booked. We already have 10 cabins booked. I'm trying to find, I updated the flyer. That's what I'm looking for now, so I can put the flyer up there. So for people who want the information, they can get it. Hold on. Did I download it? I thought I downloaded it. Hold on. Lord, I done downloaded this 20 times. Hold on. Let me download it again. I thought I downloaded it, but let me download it again. Because I updated. Oh, you know what? My dumb butt. I did download it, but I downloaded it on the other computer. Duh. Let me download it on this computer. But I updated the flyer with all of the information. That flyer yesterday had a lot of the information, but it did not have the prices. And I know that is a big question that people have, are the prices of the rooms. And baby, let me tell you something. The rooms are very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. And even for solo people that are going by themselves, very reasonable. Okay. When I tell you that them people didn't book, them people don't wore out Royal Caribbean, child. When I say what I said, I meant what I said. They don't wore out Royal Caribbean. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Shoot. I went right past it. Lord have mercy. There it is right there. Okay. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat while I was looking for that. Lady Libra said, and did. Okay. I have one like you now. You got one for Valentine's Day, Miss French Kiss? Was it a good Valentine's Day? I'm glad you. Yes, we can be matching now. Majini said they running out of balconies. Really? Is that what they told you? Did you call? Girl, put that in the chat. Did they tell you they running out of balconies? Oh my God. My goodness. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know if T told you. She said you blew my cover. When we were at the candle party, she said you blew my cover. Y'all sold them people rooms out. It's crazy. Listen, here is the information. Tribo 2.0. I did this right before I went live, so for any typos, I'll fix it. But it is February the 11th through the 15th of 2027. I'll put the year up there. The interior rooms start at $892. And this is for double occupancy. The ocean view is $1,008.86. And the balconies are $1,386. And again, like I said, that is single occupancy. I mean, that is double, excuse me, Lord. That is double occupancy. Those rates are locked until March the 16th. So somebody said, how long do we have to pay? For those prices, you have until March the 16th. Now, the reality is you can book the cruise up until the cruise is sold out. But for those prices, you want to book by March the 16th. And the way these people are booking, y'all might want to book sooner than that. My goodness. You might want to go and call them people today. The deposit is $200. So if you have $200, you can hold your room. And it doesn't have to be paid off until November. What did I write down? I put November. Where's Cajun? Because Cajun got that stuff. He got that stuff memorized. But it's November. You don't have to have it paid off until November. They'll tell you when you call and book. But the deposit is $200. November the 18th. Thank you, Majini. November the 18th. November the 18th. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody said the 28th. Okay, November the 28th. November the 28th. November the 28th. So you have until the end of November. Now, I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. Can I tell y'all a little secret? Those prices are so good. Hold on, let me take this picture down so y'all can hear what I'm telling y'all. Let me take this picture down. Y'all call me bougie. Y'all know y'all call me bougie, right? Y'all say, really be you so bougie. Really be you so bougie. Let me tell you about the bougie tribe. Now, don't y'all talk about me because the tribe is bougie. Because those prices are so good. Y'all know some of them tribe, them booked junior suites. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. Those prices are so good that some of the tribe with their bougie asses done booked suites, honey. Baby, I said, you ain't booked no suite, did you? So if you want, y'all want me to tell you the price of the junior suite? The junior suite is $1,988. So $1,988. And again, that's for double occupancy. So if you have a roommate, go on and get you a junior suite. Now I'm gonna say, I'm gonna be honest. The only thing about the junior suite is your deposit is non-refundable. So if you have a junior suite, just keep that in mind, that the deposit is non-refundable on a junior suite. Whereas with all the other rooms, the deposit is refundable. Okay, up until the final date. Up until November the 28th, your deposit is refundable up until November the 28th. But for junior suites, it's not. So listen, y'all come and join us. I don't even know what the count is today. That was the count as of 8 o'clock yesterday. People been booking today. People been putting it all in the group chat. And let me say this. If you have booked and you are not in the group chat, send me a message on Instagram or send me an email so I can add. Now, the group is on Instagram. So if you're not on Instagram, I can't add you to the group. But send me a message on Instagram so I can add you to the group, baby. Because, listen, Tracy done posted the floor plan. Baby, they act like we going on this cruise next week, okay? They done posted the floor plan. Tracy already starting to work on the bar crawl. She done already told us when the bar crawl is gonna be. So listen, y'all going and y'all better come on this ship. Y'all better come on and get on this ship, okay? Not an Uber to go 2 blocks. What you talking about? Me going to the Howard Theater? You talking about me? It's a little bit further than 2 blocks, though. Oh, you talking about Chuck? Yeah, that's the tribe is bougie hell in Louisville. Some tribe members ordered an Uber to go 2 blocks. First of all, it was more than 2 blocks, and you talking about me, okay? You talking about me, and it was more than 2 blocks. Now I did Uber to the book fair. Now I walked to dinner. I walked to the distillery, which probably wasn't the best decision coming home. Walking up there wasn't my problem. It was walking back after the distillery that was a little dicey. And I walked to dinner. Chuck. Okay. I know you was talking about more than just me, but I'm gonna just let you know. You that rock hit me too, sir. You know, I don't care. But yeah, we did. But it was more than 2 blocks. But we did take an Uber. We did. Okay, so that's the first church announcement. Get on that ship. The tribe is selling that ship out. The tribe is taking over the damn ship. And I'm excited by it. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited. I know today we probably had at least 4 people that booked today. So we're probably up to about 15 cabins now. And I ain't even booked yet. Can I tell y'all that I haven't even booked yet? Damn it. But I'm going to book tomorrow. I'm going to book tomorrow. But I ain't even booked yet. I said, well, I done already reserved my hotel room. I ain't booked the cruise yet. But I'll be on the ship. Let's be clear. I'm going to be on that ship. And y'all know what I'm booking. Yes, French kids, we would love to see y'all. Yes, because y'all are a good time too. Cheryl said the tribe takeover. Okay. All right. Well, Tracy walked to the liquor store. Not duck next time. Don't do me. Okay. So that's the first church announcement. The second church announcement is, look what I got in the mail yesterday. I posted it on my community wall. So we are going to start reading the book. John, you going, Jonathan? Oh my gosh. Jonathan, don't play with me. Don't tease me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Chuck, I would love for you to come. Nah, I ain't got that. I don't have them kind of coins. I ain't getting no grand suite. Now, the grand suite is $3,000. I don't have them kind of coins. Now, I don't have them kind of coins. But the grand suite is $3,000. Now, maybe one day, maybe the next cruise, I can step up my game and get the big suite. But we going to do the junior suite this time. We're going to do the junior suite. So we're going to start. I have not started reading it because I want y'all to get my authentic reaction as I'm reading it. So we're going to start it this weekend. And it doesn't look like, it looks like the chapters are pretty short. So we can probably do a couple of chapters at a time. Altogether, the book is 241 pages. So we'll do like, I'm gonna space out the chapters so I know which chapters we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a couple of chapters at a time. Now we are gonna do this over on my book club channel. So if you are not subscribed to the book club channel, I will put that link in the chat. What I'll probably do is stream it. The first couple of chapters I'll probably stream on both channels so people can get the link and get over there. It'll probably be members only over here, and then it'll be an open chat over on the book club channel just to get you guys over there. And And then we'll, so the first couple of chapters will be on both channels. So people will know where to find us. And then we'll do the rest of it over there. So there's that. The other programming, though, is tomorrow we will do the review of America's Next Top Model. Tomorrow we will do the review of America's Next Top Model. I watched the first 2 episodes today. Really be the way you selling this cruise. Royals should give you the grand suite. I know, right? They should just upgrade me. Uh-oh. Look, they go, hey T, hey boo, how y'all doing? Okay, there's my book club channel. Thank you, Tracy. She dropped the book club channel. So if you are not subscribed to the book club, I have not been over there in a very long time. So I understand if you're not subscribed or if you unsubscribed. But there it is right there. So that is the book club channel. Tracy, do you mind dropping the travel channel? Somebody, Quake needs the travel channel. Quake going on the cruise with us. She a newbie. She going on the cruise. Yes. I watched the first 2 parts today. And I definitely had some thoughts. Part 3, I'll probably watch part 3 tonight. After I get off of this live, I'll probably watch part 3 tonight. And then tomorrow we'll do the review for all 3 parts. I was going to break it down to do part 1, part 2, part 3. But part 1 didn't really have a lot in it. So I just went on to watch part 2. And then when we got to the end of part 2 was the fight between her and Tiffany. They left the cliffhanger. So I was like, well, hell, I want to watch part 3 now. So yeah, we go. Okay, there's the travel channel. There you go. Tracy, do you mind dropping? Look, I got 5,000 channels. Tracy, do you mind dropping the review channel for anybody who's not subscribed to the review channel? Because that's what we're going to be doing. America's Next Top Model. We're going to be doing that on the review channel. So if you're not subscribed to the review channel, get that too. Okay. You talk anyone from the panel into going on a cruise. I'm working on it. I'm busy. Definitely sounded interested. Scotty, that's Scotty's birthday. So, it's just going to depend on that. T, child, y'all know T. But I'm working on it, y'all. I'm working on it. I invited the Justice League too. So I'm inviting everybody. I'm inviting everyone to go. So hopefully Chef Don Don said he coming. Chef Don Don said he's coming. So I'm looking forward to it, you guys. And listen, let me tell y'all something else before we get, and I'm going to be done with the cruise for right now. We got to get into some other stuff. Baby, Royal Caribbean got a firm. So for all of y'all that be using a firm, I use a firm. I ain't ashamed to say I use a firm. I use a firm sometimes. For all y'all that use a firm, go on and just put your deposit on a firm. It's $200 if you ain't got it right now, but you want to lock it in before March the 13th or March the 16th. Go on and put that $200 on your firm. Okay. And then you have March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Baby, you got 7 months to pay the rest off. You could probably do $50 a payday and pay the rest off. You see what I'm saying? I'm just telling you what I know. I have used, now listen, I've used a firm to buy plane tickets. Look, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. To me, a firm, Afterpay, Klarna, all that stuff to me is the same as a credit card. If you use a credit card, you can use that. You pay it off, and if you pay it off early, you ain't got to pay the interest rate, just like a credit card. Like, that's what I do. So I'm just telling y'all, if your money a little funny right now, but you had the money by the end of the month, go on and make the deposit so you can hold your room. And then just pay it off before November. Pay the whole cruise off by November. I'm just telling y'all. Quake said, I'm doing 75 next payday, then 50 per pay. Yeah, listen. And especially if you get an interior room. Interior room is $800 and some change. Shoot. I'm just saying. But anyway, where y'all going? So the trip, it's a 4-day cruise. I can't get it out. 2 of the days are at sea, and one day we're supposed to go into Haiti. And like I told y'all yesterday, it may adjust depending on if the climate is not safe. The cruise ship will not go to Haiti. They already told us that we may get diverted to Grand Turk, or I think it was either Grand Turk or Jamaica. So we may get diverted to somewhere else. But listen, we're going to be on that ship. We already get ready. Listen, Majini is in charge of the Bid Wiz tournament. Okay. There's a dedicated game room on the ship that's right across from the library. If you know, you know. But Majini is in charge of the Bid Whist tournament. And if you want to play some spades, we could probably get a spades game going. Tracy's in charge of the bar crawl. Abby's in charge of the karaoke. Baby, we got some things happening. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Those are all the programming notes. Those are the church announcements. And we moving on. Let's get into some of these other things. So I would be remiss if I did not start off the news side of this live with not acknowledging the passing of Reverend Jesse Jackson. Now I'm going to read you guys not Jamaica. Child, when you spend the money, they don't care. I promise you. But I don't again, Tracy knows what the different options were. Tracy's got all of that. I know Grand Turk was one of them. But I will keep you listen as soon as I get an update. As soon as I get an update from Royal Caribbean, if they change the itinerary, I will let you guys know. Okay. So here is the message from the family. This is coming from the Jackson family. They said, "It is with profound sadness that we announce the passing of civil rights leader and founder of the Rainbow Push Coalition, the Honorable Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson Sr. He died peacefully on Tuesday morning, surrounded by his family. His unwavering commitment to justice, equality, and human rights helped shape a global movement for freedom and dignity. A tireless change agent, he elevated the voice. Y'all know I need my other glasses, child. He elevated the voices of the voiceless, from his presidential campaign in the 1980s to mobilizing millions to register to vote, leaving an incredible mark on history. Reverend Jackson is survived by his wife Jacqueline, their children Fantsia, Jesse Jr., Jonathan, Yusuf, Jacqueline, daughter Ashley Jackson, and grandchildren. He's preceded in death by his mother, Helen Burns Jackson, father, Noah Lewis Robinson, and stepfather, Charles Henry Jackson. Quote, "Our father was a servant leader, not only to our family, but to the oppressed, the voiceless, and the overlooked around the world," end quote. Quote, I'm sorry. Let me keep going with the quote. "We shared him with the world, and in return, the world became a part of our extended family. His unwavering belief in justice, equality, and love uplifted millions. And we ask you to honor his memory by continuing to fight for the values he lived by." And then it says public observances will be held in Chicago. Final arrangements for the Reverend Jackson celebration of life services, including all public events, will be released by the Rainbow Push Coalition. And they give you the website. So if you guys want to keep up with any celebrations, go to the www.rainbowpush.org or reverendjesselegacy.com. And then it says, "Keep hope alive and continue his legacy." For all those who want to contribute, you can make a contribution to the Legacy Fund, to the foundation, to the Rainbow Push Foundation Legacy Fund. Okay. Okay, thank you, Tracy. So the options are Grand Turk, Grand Cayman, or Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. Okay. So let me say this. Cruiser put a quote in. It says, "If my mind can conceive it, my heart can believe it. I know I can achieve it." Reverend Jesse Jackson. I'm going to be honest. I have a complicated what's the word I want to say? I have a complicated thought on Jesse Jackson. That's the best way I can say it right now. My words escape me. But what I will never do is take away the impact that he has made in civil rights at a time when you were literally putting your life on the line to walk next to Dr. King, when you were putting your life on the line to be a part of the things that he was a part of. He was there. People can say a lot about other things. And again, we put that to the side. But what I won't take away from him is a lot of people didn't do what he did. A lot of people wouldn't do what he did. A lot of people couldn't do what he did. And with that, I say rest in power. I say rest in power. Yeah. So moving right along, and they're gonna probably stream wherever whatever service they have is gonna probably be streaming on some sort of public platform. So I'm sure there'll be opportunity for you guys to observe it. I'm sure that all of the statesmen will come out and share. Okay. And share their thoughts. Statesmen and stateswomen. You know, I don't mean to be remiss and say men, just men, but statesmen and stateswomen. So yeah, there's that. Okay. With that being said, Pacino Rule said he was not perfect, but his presidential campaign platform came closest to King's vision of economic redistribution. May he rest well. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people weren't, Candy. Again, I don't want to get into the negative on a day like today. I mean, we can, a couple of months down the road, we can kick that can down the road and we can have a conversation, but I don't want to get into the negative today. I don't. But yeah, a lot of people, she said, Candy Love said Portia's grandfather was outdone with him after King passed. Yeah. There were some thoughts. And again, I don't really want to get into the negative today. I want to focus on the positive, I feel really sad about this. It feels like the death of that part of the civil rights movement. Yeah, he was one of the last that were here. He's one of the last ones here. Yeah. Did his son just read Trump? Probably. We need to stop throwing people away. Who's throwing people away? I'm not throwing anybody away, but I'm gonna be honest about what things are. But again, I don't want to get into that today. He probably his son probably did because he of course Trump has to find a way to either Trump is gonna be disrespectful or he's gonna make it about him. Either way, it's whatever. Okay. So let's get into the rest of what we have for today. Oh, not me. Oh, okay. Yeah, Andrew Young is still here. Yeah. Doesn't update our itinerary right before each cruise, just in case something changes and they go. Yeah, we won't know, but as soon as I know, I'll let you guys know. But again, Haiti, the part of Haiti that the cruise goes to is a private island part of Haiti. Is literally just a beach with food and the zip lining and all of the beach activities and things like that. And they have music and all that kind of stuff, beach activities, that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I'll keep you guys posted as soon as I know more. I'll tell you guys more. But Royal Caribbean, if it's not safe, they won't go. I mean, that's just they're not going to go. Okay. Hey, Jonathan. I know as an Aggie, I know you have thoughts, but we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna move down the road. Whoopi Goldberg wants y'all to know that yes, her name appears in the Epstein files, but she was not Epstein's girlfriend. She had no personal relationship with Epstein. On The View today, she acknowledged that her name pops up in the Epstein files in an email where they're talking about her needing to get a flight to, I think it was France, for the Julian Lennon, for a Julian Lennon benefit. And the person in the email was asking, they were saying she needed a flight, and somebody was inquiring about whether Epstein's plane would be available. But if you read the email, her people turned down the offer. So I want us to be very, and I'm not just saying this just because it's Whoopi, because I love Whoopi, I do. But I want us to be careful when we just start talking about whose names are in the Epstein file. There are a lot of names in the Epstein file, but let's put them in context of, is this person connected in relationship to something nefarious, because you take away Epstein was still a very powerful person. He was still a very rich man. He was still moved in very powerful circles. So yes, his name was connected to legitimate situations, not just the nefarious ones. So we have to be careful that we don't just take, their name is in the Epstein files as they did something wrong or they did something nefarious. So I'm glad that Whoopi cleared it up. She showed the email and she explained the context. But pay attention to the people who are resigning, the people who are selling their businesses. Those aren't people whose names are just casually mentioned. Okay, those are people who are, I shouldn't say that. Let me change my words. Those are the people who probably have something to hide. The people that are quitting their jobs and resigning, they've actually started arresting these people in other countries. Of course, not here in the United States, but in other countries, people are actually being arrested. So those are the people. Okay. Now, Naomi Campbell is also somebody whose name was in there a lot. She made a public statement that says that she stands with the victims. I will say this, though. Naomi, your name has been connected to some things. But again, I have not read through every single Epstein file. But I'm not saying, and I'm not even saying that Naomi did anything. I'm wondering if Naomi knew anything. I'm just saying. That's what the people said. The people said that Naomi That's what the people said, Naomi. Now, I wasn't there. But the people said, Naomi, that you. That's all I'm saying. Her name was her name in the Amber Crombie case too? Because y'all know we read that Amber Crombie case. That's why, was anybody surprised to see Les Wexner's name connected to Epstein? I mean, if you read that Amber Crombie case, we went over the Amber Crombie lawsuit, and we even watched that documentary. I don't think anybody would be surprised that those two names are connected. Oh, okay. See, I understand that. I definitely understand that. This right here, I saw this today. I meant to put it up on the screen, but this is actually one of my favorite pictures of Jesse Jackson. That's a picture of Jesse Jackson and Marion Barry in the 1980s playing basketball in Potomac Gardens, which is like, a low-income neighborhood. Well, it's been gentrified now. It used to be a low-income neighborhood in DC. It's been gentrified, child. But I love that picture. I think a lot of people forget how involved Marion Barry was in SNCC and in the civil rights movement. Unfortunately, his reputation has been overshadowed with, the crack, and all of that. But I think a lot of people forget just how connected he was and how integral of a part he was of the civil rights movement and all the good that he did. And that's why people who love Marion Barry, people like myself. Marion Barry was one semester away from his PhD in chemistry. And every year, probably for the last 30 years of his life, every year he would go into a DC high school and he would teach a chemistry class. Every year he did it. Usually he went to Ballou, and Ballou is in like the deepest, one of the deepest low-income neighborhoods in DC. And he would go in, and every year he would start, I'm reading that. He would teach a class on chemistry, a chemistry class. And again, he was one semester away from his PhD in chemistry. He dropped out of graduate school to go into civil rights full-time, to be a part of the civil rights movement full-time. So again, I know for a lot of us, it's easy for us to hold on to the negative of a lot of these people, but we have to, in my opinion, we have to acknowledge the positive and what the foundation that they laid. Why didn't he complete it? He felt like the civil rights movement was more important. He felt like what he was doing with SNCC was more important than getting a PhD, than finishing his degree. People had asked him that, and he just in that moment he felt like he could do more good with what he was doing with SNCC. If y'all don't know what SNCC is, it's a Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. He felt like he could do more good for his people in SNCC than with a degree in chemistry. That's just how he felt at the time. So yeah, a lot of people don't know those things. Somebody in the chat said, "How did he get hooked on crack?" I don't know. I wasn't there. I think that it probably, I think it probably started as casual. Y'all know, for a lot of people, cocaine was a very casual party drug in the 70s. And I think some people could use it as a party drug and walk away. Some people, it became a habit. And I just think for him, unfortunately, it became a habit. No, we haven't gotten to T.S. Madison and Tasha K yet. You good. Child, you know, we've been running our miles today, honey. I love Marion, Effie, and Christopher. Oh, I forgot. You know what? I forgot that both of them were. I knew Effie. Effie had cancer. I forgot Christopher died. I forgot all about that. Baby, Christopher was bad as hell. I hate to speak ill of the dead, but Christopher went to the school I worked at. Christopher was bad as hell. And baby, Marion Barry used to show up at that school, and he ain't show up as mayor, because at the time he was a mayor. He ain't show up as the mayor. He showed up as a father who got a phone call, because my principal, I wasn't there when Christopher was there. I came a few years after Christopher was there. So a lot of the teachers and the principal was still there. Baby, they said when she used to call him, she'd be like, "I don't care who you are. I don't care what you got. You're going to come get this boy. You're going to come get your child. Come get him. And no, you can't send nobody for him. You can't send one of your aides. You can't send one of your... You come get him." Baby, Christopher was bad as hell. Anyway, he was just spoiled. He was spoiled. But anyway, shout out to Vivica Fox and Shamar Moore. They will be returning to Young and the Restless after 30 years. So y'all know that Shamar Moore went on, and you know he had SWAT, and he did some other things, and we already know Vivica. But the two of them are set to make their return to Young and the Restless. Now, I don't watch the Young and the Restless, but for the people who do watch Young and the Restless, there y'all go. Shout out to them. Okay, hold on. Y'all remember when we talked about all them problems down to the Essence Fest back in July? When we talked about how it just didn't have that same feel, how people were complaining, how a lot of people weren't there, a lot of vendors felt pushed out. Y'all remember all the problems we talked about back in July about the Essence Fest, right? Baby, they said the Essence Fest organizers still owe $450,000 for last year's event. We are almost at June again. They said that according to the city of New Orleans, they owe the city of New Orleans, and they also owe a local production company almost $1 million. Have they even announced who's going to be on the main stage this year for Essence? Don't they usually make that announcement by now? I didn't know she was on the Young and the Restless either. I know she was on Generations, but I never really watched it. Yeah, and that was a big thing that they're trying to shut the locals out. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, y'all remember Will Smith's former best friend, alleged some things about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett as it relates to their sexuality and things of that nature. And remember Jada Smith said they're gonna sue. What was his name? Bilal. Bilal did actually file a lawsuit. Okay. So Jada Pinkett has officially responded. Now I don't have a response because they was gonna charge Tracy $55, and I told her, "Don't you worry about it. We just gonna read this little synopsis because it's not that serious. We just gonna read it." Okay. Jada Pinkett Smith has formally responded to a $3 million lawsuit filed by Bilal Salam, a man who claims he was once a close friend of Will Smith. According to court documents, Jada is asking a judge to dismiss the lawsuits in its entirety. As previously reported, the ongoing legal battle involving the Smith family, this case stems from allegations that date back to 2021. In her latest filing, Jada argues that the claims made against her are without merit and should not proceed in court. According to the documents, the lawsuit was filed in November of 2025. Bilal Salam, I hope I'm saying your name wrong, my fault, I'm sorry, is seeking $3 million in damages for intentional infliction of emotional distress. However, Jada maintains that the case is baseless and legally insufficient. In court filings, Jada Pinkett Smith directly addressed the lawsuit brought on by Brother Bilal. She is asking the court to throw out the complaint entirely. Specifically, her legal team argues that the claim lacks factual support and legal standing. The Girls Trip star said all of his claims are false, uncorroborated, and made to generate attention as part of an ongoing public campaign of harassment directed at her and her family. Listen, Jada said it ain't true. Jada said that man lying on her family. Okay. That's what Jada said. Okay. Jada said the man is lying on her and her family. Okay. Okay. Now, speaking of Mardi Gras, Lovely Nola, you still here? Speaking of Mardi Gras, Shia LaBeouf then went down to New Orleans and got his arse kicked down to the Mardi Gras. But he's the one that was charged with battery. Now, I don't know if y'all saw that clip. I don't know if y'all saw the clip of Shia LaBeouf in the altercation that he got himself into, but he looked like he was the one getting his ass kicked. How he get charged with battery? Baby, the clip I saw, he was getting his ass kicked. Now, I'm not going to play it here because, you know, YouTube will flag my video. But, baby, he looked like he was the one getting the but I'm thinking that he got charged because he started it. That's the only thing I could think of was that he started it. And just because you got your ass kicked doesn't change the fact that if you actually started the altercation, you know what I mean? And it seems like he may have started the altercation. That's what it seems like. They said he assaulted an employee at a bar first. Yeah, that's what I said. For him to get charged, he must have started it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Shia been off for a minute. I mean, he's been kind of off for a minute. Well, he started it, and the people of New Orleans finished it. That's all I got to say. You don't want to go down there. I don't know why people want to go down there messing with them New Orleans people. I don't know why y'all want to do it. Why y'all want to mess with them New Orleans people. He was acting erratic all night. Didn't he beat up a homeless man and took the man food? Yeah, I don't remember that. I mean, I can't say it didn't happen, but what I can say is Shia he's been kind of off for a few years now. I'm not really sure what this man has going on, but he's been off for a few years. So Shia, I hope you get it together. I don't know what you got going on, sir, but get your life together. Congratulations to Meg Thee Stallion. She celebrated her birthday with her boo, and he bought her a new Bentley, a Rolls Royce. It was a Bentley. It was a baby blue Bentley. Listen, Meg is living her best life over there with her man. I don't care if it don't last forever. I don't care how long it lasts. She happy, he happy. Let them be happy. And that's a beautiful car. So happy birthday, girl. Cardi B is another one that is living her best life. Cardi said her and Stefan are fine. She deleted him because she got mad at him. She said she's dramatic that way. Okay, she said they good. All right. But her tour is sold out. I'm not saying every single venue is sold out, but she did sell out. What is the Kia Arena? Is that Vegas? Is that the Kia Arena in Vegas? She sold out both nights, or maybe that was LA. Anyway, she sold out. She's been bringing people out on stage. She brought out Glorilla. She brought out Blueface, which I don't know why, but she did. She brought out Tyler. And she's going to probably continue to bring people out as she continues to tour the different cities. I'll be honest with you, I wanted to buy Cardi B tickets, but at the time that the tickets were going on sale, I had other stuff going on, and those tickets were not cheap. Y'all know how they've been they be gouging these price tickets, and you got to kind of go back and check. And I was going to go back, and same thing with the new edition tickets. The tickets were so ridiculous, and I said I was going to go back and check, but I just didn't. But I would go. I would definitely go. And the clips that I've seen look really, really good. They look really, really good. So shout out to her. She also said that after this tour, she is getting a booty reduction. She said when the tour is over, she is gone down to Colombia, and she is getting some of that stuff sucked out of her ass. And I'm good. I'm glad about it, because I do think, and I'm not saying this to body shame her, but I do think the ass is a bit much. I think you could go a little smaller, Cardi, especially seeing it on stage in the part where her ass is just out, where she's doing, I guess, like a burlesque part, and she's on the pole, and she's basically got on a G-string. Yes. Why Colombia? I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know, but that's what she said. She said she said when the tour's over, she said don't nobody call her for about 3 months. She said she gonna get some of that ass taken out. Now she said it, y'all know, she said it Cardi B style. She was joking when she said it, but I don't think she was serious. I think she was serious. I think she really is gonna get some of that stuff taken out, which I'm glad, because that stuff, when I think about the K Michelle's of the world, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm cool with a little bit of an enhancement, but I do think, Cardi, I think you did a lot with the booty. I think you did a lot. So shout out to her. Shout out to her for the tour. I mean, that part is just whatever, but shout out to her for the tour. Good for her. Good for her. Y'all know I like Cardi, so. Okay, we haven't done this in a very long time, but I have a shit we did not ask for today. If you are new here, we have not done a shit we did not ask for in a very, very, very long time. Oh, don't miss my crush, Kalani. I'm sorry, Kalani bought her out. My bad. Cardi bought Kalani out too. My bad, Miss French Kids. My bad. Right, Sweet Candy. The way my bank account is set up right now, and let me be honest. If I need to take that $300, $400 for a Cardi B ticket and put it on a plane ticket, it's going to go on the plane ticket every time. And I have a lot of trips coming up this year. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of trips coming up this year. So that $300, $400, I really needed to put on a plane ticket, a hotel, a deposit. I had other things to do with that $300, $400. Okay. I'm surprised Lotto hasn't. Well, she just started. I mean, the tour just started last week. So she's gonna, like I said, as she continues the tour, she's gonna probably continue to bring people out. Right. So if you're new here, shit, we did not ask for. If you're a member, you have the emojis. So this is the segment where I'm going to give you guys something, and you're going to tell me whether it's something you asked for or not. Now, if you're not a member, you can still play the game. You're going to put a 1 in the chat if it's something you asked for. You're going to put a 2 in the chat if it's something you did not ask for. And you're going to put a 3 in the chat if it's a hell no. So 1 yes, 2 no, 3 hell no. They say they get ready to make another Charlie's Angels movie. Do we ask for a third one? I know I didn't. Did we ask for a third Charlie's Angels movie? I didn't even realize they had made a second one. Y'all are going to the Y'all are going to the any. Oh, damn. Wow. The chat done lit up with 2s and 3s. My gosh. Baby, the chat done lit up with 2s and 3s. My goodness. Oh, I can't wait. Somebody's sending me a Stanley Cup. I can't wait to get my Stanley Cup, y'all, so I don't have to keep filling this cup. This cup up, I like it, but it's just not. It's not big enough for me to put enough in here. I have to keep filling it up and filling it up and filling it up. Well, I haven't heard anything about a cast. Now, I'll be honest with you. The first Charlie's Angel movies with Lucy Liu and Drew Barrymore and Candace. I was gonna say Candace Cameron Diaz. I didn't hate it. I mean, like if I'm flipping the channels and there's nothing else on, I'll stop for a few minutes. I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it, but I'll stop for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't, I don't know why we need a third one. Now I'm about to say something. If they were gonna give us an all-black cast, I might be down for that. I might be down for like an all-black Charlie's Angels just to see what they would do with it. You know what I mean? Just to see what they would do with it. Like the voice of Charlie could be Samuel Jackson. I ain't gonna start naming names because I know y'all will start naming names, child. But but overall, I'm okay. I'm. Well, we hadn't done one of those in a long time, so that's why I thought I would throw that on y'all. They said that Wendy says that they're going to close hundreds of locations nationwide in the first 6 months of they said the first half of 2026. We halfway through the first half of 2026 almost. But they said they are going to close hundreds of locations. They said y'all not coming to the Wendy's no more. They said y'all are not coming in there and getting y'all a Whopper. No, that's Burger King, the Whoppers. What Wendy had, the bacon, the Big Bacon Classic. Y'all, they said, listen, the only thing I like from Wendy's, the only thing I would go out of my way and get from Wendy's is a Frosty. I would go out of my way to get a Frosty. Other than that, I mean, okay, y'all leaving? All right. They said the 4 for $4, the Baconator. The last couple of times I went to Wendy's and I got a Baconator, it just wasn't as good. Let me tell you something. I stopped going to Wendy's when they changed them fries. The fries used to be so good, and then they changed them. I don't like the new fries. And they're not new anymore. I mean, it's been a couple of years now. But y'all remember the old Wendy's fries? They used to be so good. These new fries, I just don't like them. And Wendy's is expensive. Yes, Wendy's is more expensive. Case Mouse, I just got me one. I remember as a kid, when we would ask for Wendy's, my mother used to be like, Wendy's is expensive. Like, I take y'all to McDonald's, but Wendy's was like the Rolls Royce of fast food. It was like Burger King, then it was McDonald's, then it was Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Not Messy Missy said fake burgers. Well, I think all of them got fake. I mean, they had a strawberry shortcake frosty with Lorna Doones, Bring It Back, and I'll Come. Child. When the owner died, it went downhill. Wendy Baconator, you could go to the Golden Corral and eat at the buffet. Ooh. I need the yellow Wendy's back. Yes, the yellow Wendy's. Yeah. McDonald's fries leaves an aftertaste to me. Child, I gotta be desperate to eat any of it at this point. And I'm not saying I never do. I don't eat it like I used to. I mean, it might be one every couple of months. I don't eat it like I used to. I ain't gonna sit here and lie and say I never do. But Wendy's had that bomb dollar menu when I was in college. It got me through. Listen, let me tell you, Taco Bell got me through. And I tried to eat Taco Bell a couple of years ago. They opened up a new Taco Bell near my house, maybe about 5 or 6 years ago. And I was like, oh, let me go get me some Taco Bell. It was like nostalgic. Baby, 2 bites in, I was like, this is strictly for some college students who don't have no money. Because why would you eat this? It was so nasty. Oh my gosh, I was so mad. I was so mad. But college, Taco Bell, them 59-cent tacos. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Taco Bell got me through. I'll eat McDonald's breakfast before I'll eat like regular McDonald's, but I will go. I'll do a breakfast from McDonald's. I never really liked Burger King. My boyfriend in college worked at Burger King, and he would bring me food. That was why I would eat Burger King for free. I would eat Burger King for free. Ciao. All right, let's get into these last. I think we got 2 more stories. I still love Wendy's salads, though they are bomb. Okay, thank you, DeMarcus, for the super chat, boo. Thank you, Del Taco. I don't think I've ever eaten that Del Taco. Taco Bell, one taco was like $3. I remember when they were 59 and 69 cents. The hard shells were 59 and the soft shells were 69. You know, see, Golden, I used to like a Filet-O-Fish. I don't even like the Filet-O-Fish anymore. $9 for a McGriddle. Where you live? It ain't that much here. I mean, it still ain't cheap like it used to be. Then again, I ain't had a McGriddle in a couple of years, so I can't say for certain. So listen, let's talk about Fantasia, and then let's talk about this T.S. Madison versus Tasha K situation. Let's talk about Fantasia first. So on Valentine's Day, Fantasia had a. You live in DC, and a McGriddle is $9. I mean, I haven't had one in a long time, but damn, I didn't realize $9. Hey Phil, hey boo. I don't eat Arby's very often. Again, I don't do I try not to do fast food at all, if I'm being honest. But very seldom do I eat at Arby's. I mean, once in a while. So, but no, I probably wouldn't. I'm not a big peach person, so I probably wouldn't try the peach cobbler roll. Oh, you go to the one in the city. Oh, well, everything in the city is more expensive. In downtown, oh yeah, you definitely gonna be paying more around that way. Yeah. Yeah, I'll eat it, Arby. I try not to eat at any of them. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta be desperate, or just when I say desperate, I mean like I don't have a lot of time. I don't know what I want. I'm just gonna grab something real quick, that kind of thing. I don't crave it anymore. Maybe I should say it that way. I don't crave it anymore. It's got to be like I usually do fast food mostly if I'm doing a road trip. I'll do fast food for obvious reasons, right? You're just going to pull off, on an exit, get you something to eat and get back on the exit. That's really when I do the most fast food. But just if I'm in town and I'm just out running errands or something, I'll pick something up from a restaurant and come home and eat it faster than I'll go to like do fast food. Yeah, it's just not as good as it used to be. And if I'm going to waste calories, at least let me make it good. So anyway, so on Valentine's Day night, Fantasia's husband came out on stage and he presented her with bouquet and he proposed to her again and he gave her a new ring. They've been married for 11 years, so he gave her an 11-carat ring. Fantasia's daddy decided that he was going to come down to this good internet and basically talk about how he ain't like it, how he wasn't impressed by it, how that Kendall, that's Fantasia's husband, he ain't about nothing. Proceeded to talk about how somebody told him that there's money missing and Kendall got the person fired who was trying to, tell Fantasia that there's money missing and how, Kendall has a criminal past and how, he said that Fantasia chose him, but that ain't how we're supposed to go read the Bible. The Bible say you supposed to choose your wife. And he proceeded. I mean, I tried to listen to the whole thing, but it was a really, really long soliloquy of him rambling. About him not liking this man. Now, I'm gonna be honest, because I have two thoughts on this. The first thought was, I didn't necessarily disagree. Like, it's something about this man that has always not sat well in my spirit. Let's be clear. I don't know this man. I don't know nothing about this man. I don't know nothing about their relationship. But what I do know is, we know that Fantasia has never made great decisions when it comes to men. Okay. What we do know is they met and got married very quickly. Very quickly. And that whole thing on Valentine's Day, it did seem very performative to me. Y'all know, and I'm all for letting somebody know you love them. I'm all for showing how you feel about somebody. But some things just seem performative to me. Because the first thing I thought of, and I know some of y'all gonna be like, really B, why I gotta be like that? But when I first saw him come out there and the proposal and all of that in the middle of her concert, and then he proposed to her again with an 11-carat ring, and the first thing I thought of was, this not even an anniversary year. Like, this not like 5-year, 10-year, 15-year, 30-year. Like, it's 11. Why are we making such a grand gesture at 11 years? And I know for some of y'all might be like, what's that big deal? I'm just telling you what I was thinking, y'all. I'm just telling y'all what was going through my mind as I was watching the video. And then I remember when Offset did that to Cardi B. Y'all remember when Offset did that to Cardi B? He interrupted her concert, brought all these flowers out on stage because he had cheated on her. And he was begging for her forgiveness. Y'all remember when she did that, when he did that to Cardi? And she was talking about that she was mad, but he put her in a position where, what you supposed to say? Oh, I wasn't reading the chat. Sometimes I can't read the chat, y'all, because I got to get stuff out because I know I'll get distracted. So I'm trying to get my thoughts out. I just thought it was very performative. And when they said it was 11 years, all I could think of was, why at 11 years are we doing this? It's just an odd year. It's not, there's nothing, other than you've made it another year. I mean, it's always significant when a marriage lasts another year, but it just seemed performative. So to be honest, when the father first started talking, I was listening because I was like, okay, daddy, maybe you got something here. Maybe you about to give me something. But the more and Cruiser, hold on, I want to go back to what Cruiser said, because Cruiser know these people. So hold on, let me go back to what Cruiser said. The chat moving real fast. Hold on, let me scroll back up for a second. And shout out to the 276 people in the room. If you haven't done so already, can y'all please hit that like button? If you're new here, subscribe to the channel, share me out, hype me up, do all the things. Please and thank you. Kendall is an ex-con that she married after knowing him for 3 weeks. I think Fantasia married him after being hurt. Yeah. That's the part I didn't say, Dominique Devereaux. She was also in a very susceptible state when he came along as well. And yes, they got married after knowing each other for 3 weeks. Y'all know I'm always leery of stuff like that. But anyway, Cruiser said basically they told the truth that while she lived in the worst projects in High Point, guess who daddy wasn't there? Oh, Cruiser said something. Oh, that's what I wanted to read. 2006. That's what I was getting ready to say. Thank you, Cruiser, because that's just what I was getting ready to say next. Now, on the other side, even though I kind of feel like something is a little bit off with Kendall, what I will say is Kendall and Fantasia ain't bothering me. Okay? Kendall and Fantasia have been doing Kendall and Fantasia. They've been They had a baby. They've been touring. She seems happy. Now, she might come out later and tell us a different story, but from what we see, she ain't coming down to the internet putting her business out here. She ain't cussing him out. They ain't had no public spats. I mean, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors, but they not bothering us. But something just ain't sitting right in my spirit. Now, the flip side, Daddy, you come down here. Hey, come down here, sir. You so worried about your daughter, but aren't you the one that sued her? Didn't you sue your daughter after she got famous off of American Idol and made all this money? Aren't you the one that sued her? And Cruiser put it in the chat. In 2006, Fantasia Barrino's father, Joseph Barrino, sued her publisher for $10 million, claiming that her memoir, Life is Not a Fairy Tale, contained malicious untruths. Sure did. Now, you so worried about your daughter, but you sued her because she wrote her story. She told her truth. Now, it may not be the truth that made you feel comfortable. It may not be the truth that you like, but she told her truth. She proposed to him because the other thing is, don't he work for her company? So she really bought that ring, right? Because he worked for her. He don't have a job outside of her. So she bought the ring. Ronnie, you ain't get your notification. I'm sorry, Boom. Oh, little baby said it takes a no good ninja to know a no good ninja. She said her father recognizes the game. Well, that could be valid. That could be valid. Okay, Tracy said he has a business. Okay, so if he got his own business, then okay. But I thought he worked for her. But if he got his own business, go ahead. Dominique said, I sue too if she portrayed me in a wrong light. Miss Cruiser said about him that he was an absent father. Where was he when he should have been raising her? I'm going to be honest. Y'all remember in the book and in the movie, you would never know that her daddy was still around. Really, B, did you know that Stephanie Mills, Fantasia, Casey, and JoJo, and Anthony Hamilton are all cousins, all that musical talent? I knew, okay, so I didn't know that all of them were all connected together, but I knew Fantasia, Casey, and JoJo, and Anthony Hamilton were all related. I didn't know Stephanie Mills was in the mix. Because from what I've been told, Papa was a Rolling Stone, and he was rolling his stone all over High Point, North Carolina. And when Fantasia and her brothers were growing up, Mama was a single parent and was raising them kids the best way she knew how. Okay? Now, that's what I was told. I was told that when it was time for her to get down to the American Idol, they had to do fundraisers. Her daddy didn't show up with no money and say, I got $20 on the gas to get to Atlanta. That's what I was told. I was told that the daddy didn't even help them get to Atlanta. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. I was told that she was between her mama and her grandmama's house. I'm just telling you what I was told now. That's what I heard. David Hollister, my gosh, yeah, that's a whole lot of singing. Not that husband ain't worked since the Reagan era, you know. Not since Reagan. And that is right. That's all she said about him in the book. Now she did say he was hard on them. No, she alluded to abuse, but not abuse like Ike Turner abuse, but abuse like Joe Jackson abuse. You know, made them practice a lot, and you know, she did allude to that, if I remember correctly. Kendall is an ex-con trying to reform other cons. He lives off of Fantasia. Okay. I thought he worked for her company. That's what I thought. I remember doing an interview and her saying that he does something with the company. You know, like her manager or something. You know how these husbands become these women's managers, child. Got to get there the best way you know how, okay? People can change. People can change. And again, I don't know this man. So I'm not saying that he's a bad person. I'm just saying something has never sat right. Well, thank you. Mwah. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Y'all welcome Den Jennings to the tribe. Y'all make sure y'all welcome Den Jennings to the tribe. Thank you for becoming a subscriber. Thank you, my love. He probably works off the book. Listen, I don't know. I just know it's something in my spirit just don't sit right. And I could be wrong. Now, Cruiser said, and Cruiser know these people in real life. I'm telling her business a little bit. Cruiser know these people in real life. Now, Cruiser said that, I'm going to say allegedly because, she said allegedly he did abuse Fantasia's mama. And allegedly he showed up. He only showed up when it was time to sing. That's what alleged. That's what Cruiser said down to the High Point. She reported live from High Point. Mm-hmm. That spirit of discernment. Listen. Something in my spirit. Well, you told that Fantasia doesn't mess with the brother who helped her get to where she is now? No, she's still cool with him. The brother that what they call him? They call him Rock or something. The heavyset one. They just did a whole song together about 2 years ago. They did a whole song together. She put out a new album like 2 years ago, and he produced it, and they did a duet and everything. So if they fell out, it's been recent. If they fell out, that's been recent. And that's the brother that used to see her with all the time. He's a producer. He's done background vocals and production for other artists. That's the brother I know. Now, the other brother that got hurt in the motorcycle accident, I know she takes care of him. She's helped him with his medical bills and stuff like that. And then the other brother, I think they called him Tiny or something like that, the one that was basically living off of her. I don't think she messed with him too tough anymore. But he's the one that was basically taking advantage of her and living off of her and stuff like that. And wasn't, remember the reality show when he was just taking from her? And I think his name is like Tiny or something. I don't think she messes with him too much anymore. But Rico, she's still very much, at least recently, Rico Barrino. Yeah, at least I know they put out music like 2 years ago. She did a whole album. Well, I don't know if it was a whole album, but they put out music, but they did a whole video is what I was going to say. Y'all remember it was after she became a Sigma Gamma Rho, and she did a whole video with her brother. It was a song, they did a song together, and the whole premise of the song was she was in, she had the Sigma Gamma Rhos in the video with her. The video took place on the HBCU, and her brother was pledging, it was an imaginary fraternity, but it was very similar to Omega Psi Phi. And the whole premise of the video was like he was coming out of his probate, and it was a whole thing. Yeah, it was a cute vibe, right? It had a line dance to it and everything. It was a real cute vibe, yeah. And that was only like 2 years ago. So if they fell out, it's been recent. Hey, Kenneth, what's up, boo? Yeah. So I haven't heard anything about that. Like I said, to be fair, Fantasia minds her business. I mean, she really don't get into a whole lot of mess. If we being honest, she really don't. Not anymore. I mean, I know for a while she was out there, she was messing with all the wrong men and stuff like that, but she really be minding her business. Fantasia got on her daddy's live and told him he needs to take it. Oh, for real? I ain't know that. Cause listen, I tried to watch the whole thing. I couldn't finish it. I watched because I kept thinking he was gonna be done, but he kept talking. So I didn't know she actually came in there and told him to take his meds. Well, there you go. Well, there it is. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. I haven't seen or heard anything about that. Now let's talk about this T.S. Madison Tasha K situation. And I really wasn't gonna say nothing because I really was just gonna wait. I was gonna sit back and wait and see what color the walls were gonna turn. So let me give y'all a little bit of backstory for those who do not know. For those who so T.S. Madison is a personality. For those who don't know her, she is a trans woman, a black trans woman. She pretty much is conquering all media at this point. She won a Grammy Award with Beyonce off her last album. She's a judge, a permanent judge on RuPaul's Drag Race. She does comedy. She has her own show with Craig Stewart. They tour. They do the YouTube. She does her YouTube show. She's been in movies. She's done the things, right? She's doing really, really, really well. And we know who Tasha K is. Tasha K is basically the YouTube Wendy Williams, right? So Tasha K did a video the other day where in the title of the video, she said T.S. Madison's going to jail or getting indicted. And then she put in their receipts. So, of course, people, and I mean, I ain't going to tell y'all no lies. I watched the replay. Now, I didn't tune in live because I didn't want to sit through all the rest of the stuff. But I did listen to the replay because I said, well, what's she talking about? What's she saying about T.S. Madison? What she mean T.S. Madison go to jail, child? She's honorary. Yeah. Did I say she pledged? I didn't mean to say she pledged. If I said she pledged Sigma Gamma, that's not what I meant. She's honorary. Yeah, she's an honorary member. Yeah. If I said she pledged, I misspoke. She's honorary. True, Italia, true. Wendy ain't never been sued. Now that's true. Well, at least not successfully sued. I can't say she's never been sued, but she's never been successfully sued. Okay. So T.S. Madison bought a new house about 2 years ago. And what she did with her old house was she turned it into what she's calling a starter house, where she has turned it into a house for trans women getting out of jail or who have, some sort of criminal background or what have you, to help them get their lives together, get on their feet and be a part of, of a non-criminal society. Dominique Morgan is involved in that as well. And, again, Dominique Morgan is another trans woman who's been to jail and she's had some things in her background. And so she was involved in the starter house. What Tasha K is alleging, what she's alleging is that Dominique Morgan and Tasha K and T.S. Madison are doing some nefarious things with the starter house. She's alleging that the starter house is not a real what'd you tell me? Who was that? Italia yesterday? Did I say it wrong? 40C3? It's not a real charity that basically they're using it as a front. And they've been getting grant money, and basically she's accusing Dominique Morgan of stealing the money, and Tasha and T.S. Madison being a part of the alleged theft of the money. That is 401c3. Thank you, because y'all know I said it wrong yesterday. Thank you. That is the short version of the story. If you go and listen to Tasha K's video, she actually has another woman that she has on the phone explaining and trying to put all of these pieces together to explain how T.S. Madison and Dominique Morgan are basically have this front where they are stealing the money. And that is why she says that T.S. Madison is going to jail. And those are what she calls her receipts. So let me say this to you guys. Let me say this. First of all, if you know anything about charities and how grants work and how charities work and things of that nature, you'll know that the information as they were explaining it was not accurate. It was not being explained accurately. It was not understood correctly. That's number one. Right. And right. Harold said, and Maddie has already come out and debunked those lies. Right. I never believed them anyway. As soon as I heard what she was talking about, I was like, girl, what? Number two, those are not what we call receipts. You getting a person on the phone who we can't even see who this woman is, talking through the phone into your microphone, explaining, I put that in air quotes, explaining the paper trail and how y'all drew the conclusion that they are stealing money and they have created this fake charity. That is not a receipt, Tasha K. That is, I could call Miss Cruiser right now. Now y'all know her voice, so I wouldn't get away with it. I could call Italia. Y'all know what she sound like. I could call Italia right now, and I could hold my phone up to the microphone, and I could ask her a bunch of questions and get her to say what I need her to say. That don't make it true, and that does not make it a receipt. And I'm going to say, I feel like all I was thinking because I only listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, I only listened to about 10 minutes of it because when I saw where it was going and I heard that it wasn't even making sense, I was like, Tasha K, girl, I'm not gonna speak for T.S. Madison because I don't talk to her like that. But what I will say is, I feel like you could possibly be setting yourself up for another lawsuit. Those are serious accusations that somebody that's in the position of a T.S. Madison cannot afford to take lightly. T.S. Madison is on the precipice of that greatness. You know what I mean? She's got a lot of things going on. She's got a lot of what they say, irons in the fire. She's making money on multiple streams. And to make an accusation that this woman is committing that's federal. That's a federal crime that you're accusing this woman of. And just because you got a third party to say it and it didn't actually come out of your mouth doesn't absolve you from potential liability. And I just think that's a dangerous game that you're playing. I know you don't like T.S. Madison. I know you don't like the trans community. I get it. You're a little transphobic. I know you voted for the Cheeto guy. Like, I get it. You don't like a lot of what T.S. Madison stands for. Y'all have a long history of not getting along. Got it. But I just think that's a dangerous game. And I just think that T.S. Madison has attorneys on speed dial. And you know, she may have talked to an attorney, and attorney may have said, listen, you know, we just, you know, we're just gonna let it boo boo boo. We're not gonna boo boo boo. If she just leave it alone, boo boo boo. Or she might be moving in silence. I mean, I don't know. She may have talked to an attorney may have said, listen, we're gonna move in silence. She may have talked to an attorney told her, look, if she says we're gonna keep our eye on what she's saying. And if she keeps talking about it, then we may have to make a decision. We may have to move something. I don't know, y'all. I'm just saying. But what I will say is, I just think it was so easy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play y'all this. I'm gonna play y'all something. I'm gonna play y'all something. I saw this guy on the TikTok. Y'all, hold on. Do y'all follow this guy on TikTok? Do y'all anybody follow him on TikTok? He is hilarious. If you're on TikTok and you don't follow him, it's called I Am Purpose. IAMPURPOSE. Baby, he's funny as hell. Matter of fact, I don't even know what this one is. He takes clips of things. Hold on, I'm gonna let y'all look at this one because he is so damn funny.
That you got the survival instinct of a leaf. Why everybody keep running up here saying that?
I just got engaged.
Oh, congratulations, friend. To who?
To a man that just spent 13 years in prison.
Friend, I beg your finest part of what you let fly at the ignorant throat.
And he's been out for 5 months, so this is his first Valentine's Day since he was 19.
Did you just say 5 months? Yeah, some telling me your brain cells move at the speed of a sloth, but I digress. It ain't got nothing to do with me. This your slow story. Go ahead.
He just moved into my house.
And you let him in and move in your house? Yeah, let me help you pick out your makeup and your dress for your wedding, baby. Hold on one moment.
And I just have to brag. I have never got flowers from a man before, but here I am.
Free brag about what? Baby, we was about to call 911. You got a homeless squatter living in your house.
I have never had flowers before. He does very well. So, how to brag on that?
Friend, would you stop saying brag? Don't nobody fall in love faster than somebody need a bed to sleep in, baby. But I digress. This ain't got nothing to do with me. Go ahead.
But these are our Valentine's plans. Dollar Tree.
And you tell us about everything except what we want to know. We want to know about them 13 years. We can walk in Dollar Tree ourselves.
I talked to him about this question this morning, and I am free to share what happened, but I am not ready.
Friend, was y'all talking over the whole 13 years or something? The reason you just fell madly in love with this jailbird prison, your new man?
We did not meet when he was in prison. We didn't meet until December, so we have actually known each other around 7 weeks.
Friends, 7 weeks? 7 weeks, you say? Like the number after 6 and before 8?
We just got engaged, and he just moved into my house.
Friend, it takes me 7 weeks to find out what hotel I want to stay in. And you done did. I feel like I'm being rage baited. Go ahead.
All I can say is, one, you know and you know.
Oh, my.
But we are waiting until November of 2027 to actually get married, because that is when he's going to be off parole.
Friend, what did he do? And did we find bodies or anything? Because that sure is a long time.
He's doing about 2 years on parole. And I know saying he spent 13 years in prison, it probably seems like, oh my God, he must have unalived somebody. And he did none of those things.
You be encouraged, don't call us back with no more foolish. Maybe the documentary that he gonna be on, or maybe Snapped, First 48, something like that. We'll just see you around, but we don't want nothing to do with this for right now. All right, you be encouraged. Call us back for part 3. Bye.
Now, that was one of the longer ones, but they are hilarious. He's hilarious. But anyway, that's one of the longer ones, though. They're usually not that long. All right, but I do want y'all to hear this. This is a person that did a video about the T.S. Madison Tasha K thing.
This is a message for Tasha K. You don't know me. I'm a nobody to you, okay? I ended up seeing your stream that came on last night, February 13th. And I immediately fast forward to the portion where you were talking about T.S. Madison and Dominique Morgan. And I saw a clip of it on TikTok. And so I sat there and I watched it, and I heard your viewpoints. I understand you support the DL Whisperer, which is very problematic. It's a certain type of women who support him. But we don't need to get into that. And let me put this disclaimer out here right now. I don't follow Dominique Morgan. I actually have her blocked. I have her blocked because, one, She floods my timeline. She's always on top of every subject. And I got tired of seeing her. I also didn't like how she moved when the DL Whisperer, who I do not care for, brought up the fact about her legal issues and the name of the jail that she would be going to if she had to turn herself in. It was just a matter of semantics on how he said it, and she played upon that. And of course, her followers, who are parasocially attached to her, they ate that shit up. But I knew the truth because I looked up her records myself. Many people don't look up things; they just run off of what people say. And I saw that you did that on your live stream. I would think, after your experience with Cardi B, that you would be a little more thorough in the things that you say on your live. Maybe you're misjudging them and their ability to get counsel, T.S. Madison and Dominique Morgan, but your quote-unquote 15-year accountant expert, the thing she was saying was so flawed, and it goes so against like the ethical code of those who work in accounting, whether you're a certified public accountant or not. And this is coming from someone who's been, as of next year, working in the world of audit, accounting, and tax for 20 years. Very familiar with the financial statement, very familiar with tax code. And some of the things that she was saying around nonprofits and filing were just simply incorrect. Also, when she brought up the possible nefarious dealings around someone purchasing of a mansion and the state valuation for taxes, also very problematic and wrong, because there are multiple occasions where people can take out more money on a home for a home loan than what the value of the home is. It's called an improvement loan. You buy the home and then you can make improvements to the home. I don't know if this quote unquote mansion that you said wasn't a mansion was a new build or not. I didn't dig that deep, but you need to be a little more thorough, and you need to start cross-checking your references, because some of that stuff that y'all were saying was so slanted and biased towards the narrative that you all are trying to paint. It was insane, and it was very unprofessional of your quote-unquote expert. Also, you're coming off a bit MAGA-ish with your talking points when it comes to like transgender health issues and transgenders in period, male or female. We know what the percentage is in America. It's less than 1% of people who are trans or trans identifying. And those who get reassignment surgery is likely a lower percentage than that less than 1%. And you all are saying that this is taking away resources from women, but if these trans individuals and their nonprofits have done the work to advocate and make laws and make policies to help them in a very transphobic world, mind you, and you're a part of a population, women, who are actually the majority population in the United States. There are more women in this country than there are men.
Yeah, so I came across that, and that was one of the things that they were saying was that they mislisted the value of the home. It was just a bunch of stuff. Again, I ain't listened to everything that Tasha K said. I listened to enough of it to know your receipts weren't receipting. And I just think you need to be very careful, because I think you're messing with the wrong people. That's all I'm going to say about that. With that being said, y'all, we about to get out of here. Did I say everything I wanted to say? Hold on. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Hold on. I hate when I get off of here if I forget something. Sometimes as soon as I hit the stop button, I forget something. So hold on. Let me check real quick and make sure I said everything I wanted to say, child. For those who came in late, we're going to do Tyra Banks tomorrow. We're going to review Tyra Banks tomorrow on the review channel. So if you're not subscribed, get subscribed. We do have the book, Who's Watching Shorty? We're going to start this weekend. We're going to start reading that on the book club channel. And go on and book that cruise. If you ain't on the ship yet, go on and get on that ship now. The tribe has been getting on Royal Caribbean's nerves for the last 24 hours, okay? No, you know what, Miss French Kiss? I did not. You know what? I'm going to put that on. I listen to music in the morning when I'm getting myself ready for work. So I'm going to put that on in the morning. Yes. So yes, get on that cruise now. We're going to have ourselves a good time on this cruise. And yes, I'm going to talk about it until March the 16th. I'm going to talk it up every time I go live until March the 16th. Look at them prices. Look at those prices. Okay? All right. If you need more information, hit me up on my Instagram. With that being said, I will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace.